No, Star Wars Hunters has not turned into a pay-to-win game. Ever since the Season 5 update, pay-to-win has been thrown around quite a lot, and in this video I just wanted to clear some things up about this situation, because whilst I do fully understand where this is coming from, it's not actually the case, so hopefully this will help to clear the air a little bit. But before I do get into that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on, so that you don't miss out on any more Star Wars Hunters content. So what actually is the current situation? Well, in Season 5 we had the introduction of mods. Modifiers that each hunter gets 3 slots and they impact their core stats like health, weapon damage, cooling, reload duration and more, but not necessarily in just a positive way but also in negative ways as well. And to unlock these mods you can earn them in arena passes, events, or you can also buy them using chips. Now chips are where the problem lies mostly, because chips can be earned via events and the arena pass and leveling up hunters. However, you can also get chips with crystals, which is the premium currency in the game that you can also unlock via paying with real money. So that's where pay to win has come from, because you can buy chips with real money, which you can then spend on your hunters to have gameplay modifiers. And yes, I totally understand why that sounds like it's a pay to win situation, and I was very concerned about this when the update went live, but having played it for over a week now, I can safely say that that is not the case, and that is for a number of reasons. Firstly, the definition of pay to win is to gain an unfair competitive advantage by paying with a real currency, but honestly mods do not give you an unfair advantage over someone else without mods. Sure, some of the mods don't have any drawbacks, like a rare mod for example could be just plus 20 health or plus 4 weapon damage, so if you were Utuni against another Utuni with extra health and a bigger explosion radius for example, then yes, okay, you do have an advantage over the other Utuni, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's an unfair advantage, because it's not like you get 100 extra health, it's actually only maybe 10 or 20, which can make the difference at times, but honestly it will not make the difference every single time, and depending on the situation you're in a game, there's no guarantee you'll be at full health anyway. And a lot of the mods also do have drawbacks. For example, I've got the weapon mod, which is probably the most OP in the game for Char, which gives him 3 extra shots before he has to reload, which is pretty nuts, but it also means that you deal minus 21 damage compared to the base, so you actually deal significantly less damage per shot, but you do get to do more shots. So it does work out as you do more, but you have to be accurate and make sure you hit those shots. And yes, okay, this is probably the most broken mod in the game at the moment, but I wouldn't say it's stupidly OP, and it certainly doesn't give you an unfair advantage, because like I said, you still have to hit your shots compared to someone without it who probably gets a little bit more freedom. And for the vast majority of the mods, they don't really change anything too significant. So like I've been alluding to, a mod won't change someone who's bad at the game into a suddenly good player. You still actually have to use a lot of skill to make these mods worth it, and some mods will play better for other people's playstyles than others. And so this is why I really don't think this is a pay to win system, because whilst it can change things, it's not significant enough to make anything completely unfair. And if you play the game enough, if you level up your hunters, complete all of the events, progress through the arena pass, you can get mods fairly easily, to be honest. So I really don't think it's an unfair system like Star Wars Battlefront 2 was back in the day, where by far the quickest way to unlock heroes and level them up was to pay with real money, whereas that honestly isn't really the case with hunters. So whilst I totally understand the concern for this to be pay to win, it honestly is not. But in saying that, is it a good system? And honestly, no, not really. The game does kind of encourage you to spend crystals on the chips because it is easily the quickest way to get them, but through the grinds you can also get them quite easily, like I've said, but paying them obviously is always going to be the quickest. Now to add to that, if you have 0 chips and 0 crystals, to unlock enough chips for one mod, you'll have to buy enough crystals to be able to buy the chips that you need, which means you'd have to spend around £20, so that would then get you enough chips to buy one legendary mod for one character, which means that to unlock all of the mods for all of the characters would cost a crap ton of money. I'm sure someone somewhere has done the numbers for this, so that really isn't an ideal situation to be in. But like I said, you can unlock plenty of mods and chips from events and the arena pass, which is good. I don't know the exact numbers on everything, but I'd say it isn't ideal, but honestly could be so much worse. The game at the end of the day is a free-to-play game and it's on mobile, and there are so many other free-to-play mobile games doing so much worse than this already. already. So to be quite honest, I'm actually thankful that Hunters isn't fully going down this route. And the game has also had the Hunter Fame purchasable via crystals for such a long time now. A lot of people were worried that that was pay to win initially, but as everyone has soon found out, it really isn't pay to win whatsoever. And it just means that if people want to progress and spend their money on that, they absolutely can. But for the majority of us, we likely will not. So guys, I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments below. If you still think it's pay to win, please do let me know why you think that is in the comments below. I've been around Star Wars games for a long time now, and I lived through the Star Wars Battlefront 2 pay to win system, and compared to that, Star Wars Hunters is really not pay to win whatsoever. I do, like I said, understand the concern, but trust me, it could be far, far worse. Whether this system will go down well on PC, we'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit more outcry about pay to win at that point, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully not. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.